And again, we are happy to welcome you from Salzburg. We are here live in our studio at the KALEA point, and we are more than ready to do some beer tasting again with you. And I'm not alone as well. As always, I have some really nice guests around here. We have, welcome, Martin from South Africa.
Thank you so much for having me.
Nice to have you here. Christian from Germany. We always need a German around here when it comes to beer tasting.
Nice to be here.
Thank you. And an Austrian to help me. Nice to have you here, Harald.
Nice to meet you.
So I hope you are ready for some beer tasting, because as you know already, we do a blind beer tasting as always. We all have no clue what will be in our glasses and what we will get to taste. So everything we tell you is just from our, like, the pure taste that we get from the next minutes, and we don't do any more talking. Let's go over and do the most important thing tonight, which is a little bit more beer tasting. So can we please get the beer number 16? It is already. Next week is Christmas. It's coming around the corner. Are you? Do you like Christmas?
Very much so.
Yeah,
Very
me too.
Thank you.
So, before we really taste the beer, I would like you to do a proper beer tasting, which is starting with some observation of the color, of the foam, getting a little bit of the smell as well. Very beautiful color, I would say. So, but I would love to know your opinion. Harald, what can you say about that beer?
It smells a little bit smoky.
True.
The foam is really strong, and it's really dark.
It is, absolutely. Are you into dark beers? Do you like them, Christian?
Yes, pretty much actually. Yeah, but I'm absolutely with you, Harald. Yeah.
I think it's very clear that you get the smoky taste. What would you say, Martin?
Normally, I am not the biggest fan of darker beers, but especially since coming to Austria and Germany, I've learned that for the winter time, the darker beers, especially the Austrian and German ones, for instance, the Bock beers and Rauchbiers, are a very nice pairing for the colder days, rather than a Helles or a Märzen beer, for instance. This beer, I kind of see it has a very nice foam crown.
Absolutely.
And it retains that crown quite well, considering it has been in the glass for a minute or so, I would say. But based on the smell, it smells quite promising.
Absolutely.
I'm very excited to try it.
I would just say, let's go ahead. No more excitement. Let's try this beer.
Right.
Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers, Martin. Cheers, Harald.
Very interesting. We're actually very curious as well what you say about this beer. Not only the rating, which you can do, of course, on our beer tasting app, but as well, if you have some interesting topics to talk about this beer, put them underneath our video. We are curious to talk with you and discuss a bit about the beer. And now let's see, what are our experts on this table saying about this beer? You're smiling. So,
I mean, I'm smiling because I'm pleasantly surprised, because when I saw it was a dark beer at first, I thought, not my favorite, but let's give it a go. The smokiness has almost in a way it has a warm taste to it. There's like a slight spice in a way. And I would say like the smoky aftertaste as well as paired with the smoky smell of it. I would say this is probably as perfect a beer for the Christmas time and this time of year as you could probably get. And I'm pleasantly surprised. It's pretty well balanced. It's not overly abrasive on the nose. Yeah, it's quite good. I enjoy it.
You sound quite convinced, Christian. What would you say?
Drinkable.
That's a thing that I would really say about, because it has that smoky and kind of like I smell kind of meat and stuff and everything, but when I drink it, it's absolutely drinkable. It's not that heavy at all, I would say. Can you confirm that?
It's, the smell is really strong, and also the taste is really strong. And it's I think it's really nice. I like it, yes.
I agree.
So if you like it, I would say we get more into details. We have one more try, very concentrated one, because then it will come to the taste, to the ranking. Okay, so cheers one more time.
Cheers.
So, quite some information around this beer. If you need more information before you go to rate it, you can of course get some information as well on our BeerTasting app, as well on our homepage, which is beertasting.com. We will provide you a lot of information about all the beers, and then you can rate like a pro. And this is what I hope you can do as well now. We don't have the possibility to rate everything at once, so I would say we do an overall ranking. Okay. So please consider all the single parts we had: foam, color, taste, everything. And then you can rate it from 1 to 5, and 5 would be the best. So I'm really curious what you say about this beer. As you know, we still have no idea. I mean, the smoky taste does give us a little bit of an idea, but still we don't know which beer exactly it is. So let's see. Harald, did you make a decision already? Have you made one?
It's again not too easy, but I think it's. I really like it, and I would give 4 points.
Oh, wow, that's impressive. So it's not just that you like it; it surprised you in a way.
Yes. It's really tasteful. It should be not the first beer you drink. It should be the second or the third, because the taste is really strong. And for the next beer, it would be a little bit harder.
Yeah,
but it's nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, Martin, what is your final decision? How many points?
Give it a solid 3.5.
Yeah, 3.5 points, good.
I will say it would be a 5, it would be a 4 if I was more of a fan of darker beers. I have to admit I am slightly a bit biased, but I do 100% agree with what you said. I think it would also be a perfect beer as a dessert beer, as well as like after dinner when you're sitting by a fire. This would be a great beer to have. But I would have to admit I am slightly biased against darker beers, so solid 3.5.
3.5 and 4. What is your decision, Christian?
I give the 4.
Okay.
4 points.
Why?
Yes. I really like it. I mean, sometimes I drink dark beers, but this beer is really, I could have another one right away. Yeah, I really like it.
With next to the fireplace, which we have here in Salzburg. So
exactly. So it
we'll
fits
give
perfectly.
you one more after that. But first of all, we need to know which one it is. Martin, would you be so kind to open up the number 16 for us and show us which beer we have? So it must be a smoky one, probably, right? I think so. I mean, it's very, very clear from what we can smell. So what do we have? A beautiful can here. Klosterbräu Bamberger Rauchbier. Yeah, so smoky beer, you were absolutely right. Bamberg is like the metropolitan city for Rauchbier. So it's actually not a big surprise. But can you put that there, please? Has any one of you been there, Bamberg? I mean, it's just such a famous city for beers. Have you tried beers from there before, or have you been there?
Many years ago.
Really?
Yeah, I've been to Bamberg.
Okay,
and
did
also
you try
tried some,
beers?
of course.
Cool.
Yeah.
What was your experience?
I mean, in general, it's a beautiful city, Bamberg, and many breweries. So you have different kind of beers. No, it's really nice. Yeah, no, I like it.
And what would you say about the decision putting this, even though you're not a fan of it, putting this into the Brewer's Advent Calendar? Because I think it should not only be just always the best one. Isn't it interesting to taste something which you usually wouldn't choose?
Well, I would say what is best is completely up to the person drinking it. For instance, the chance that the person who is fortunate enough to get their hands on one of these Advent calendars might, as Christian, prefer dark beer over a lighter beer like I would. So I think it is a perfect showcase of how balanced the Advent calendar can tend to be, meaning there's something for everyone, meaning that there is a lighter beers and lighter drinking beers that I would, for instance, prefer. But at the other side of the spectrum, there's always that darker beer that someone else would prefer as well. In my case, even if I had it and I had this, it would be a nice change of pace, because if I wanted to try the same beer every time, I would just go to Spa and buy the same case of beer every time. And
actually we chose a really good one, because this beer even won the European Beer Star a year ago in 2022. So it's a premiered beer, which we put in here. And there's also something I can give you for your good work in here, which is, you can, basically you can choose between two things. Either you get that pin which says official beer taster, or you get that shield with official beer taster 2023 for being here. Which one would you choose?
The plate.
The plate. Yes. There you go. This is for you. Martin?
I believe my tie needs more decoration.
The pen. Perfect. So and Harald, what is your favorite one? The plate, of course, for you. Thank you so much for being here with me, for doing this beer tasting. As I said, we're happy to have your opinion, and please, if you need more information, just go on our homepage and save this video for later and follow us, because there is still one more week to go till Christmas, so a lot more beers to taste, and I hope you join us for the next days as well. We wish you a pleasant weekend before Christmas, and cheers from Austria. Prost! Prost! Prost.